Module overview. While style begins in the psyche and is influenced by history and culture, it is also shaped through physical interaction with tools, mediums, materials, and techniques. In Module 3, we turn our focus to the tactile and technical dimensions of artistic style, how the choice of medium, material, and method of execution can shape, limit, or expand an artist's expressive identity. The primary premise is that style is not just what we express, but how we choose to do so. This module introduces you to cross-medium experimentation, material symbolism, and the often overlooked aesthetic signature that emerges through repeated techniques. We will explore how various mediums from traditional, oil, ink, charcoal, clay, to digital, Procreate, Blender, AI-enhanced tools interact with the artist's intent and sensory experience. Beyond material, you will engage in gesture studies, surface manipulation, and ritualized processes, discovering how even repetitive hand movements, brush techniques, or stylus settings contribute to the development of a distinct style. A major emphasis is placed on embodiment and sensory engagement, how the physical act of making the pressure of the hand, the grain of the paper, the viscosity of the paint affects the emotion, form, and texture of the final artwork. This module invites artists to become material philosophers, interrogating their process and tools as collaborators, not just instruments. The interplay between medium and message. Marshall McLuhan's theory, the medium is the message. How medium transforms intention, e.g., graphite realism versus acrylic abstraction, the dialogue between material capability and conceptual depth. Material as metaphor. Symbolic meanings of materials, charcoal, memory, fragility, gold leaf, divinity, fabric, femininity, tradition, plastic, mass, production/disposability, cultural and spiritual symbolism of materials in indigenous and ancestral art, ethical sourcing of materials, and its impact on meaning. Techniques as style markers. How repetition of methods, cross-hatching, smudging, impasto, scraping, builds visual identity, signature marks, Jackson Pollock's drip, Vincent van Gogh's stroke rhythm, Yayoi Kusama's dot fields, developing a personal vocabulary of technique. Experimentation and innovation. Cross-pollinating mediums, mixing drawing with photography, or painting over digital prints, working with non-traditional materials, coffee, sand, hair, digital artifacts, destruction and reconstruction, as stylistic strategies, e.g. collage, erosion, layering. Digital versus physical mediums. Tactility versus virtual touch. How digital tools simulate and alter hand gestures. The effect of software presets, brushes, and filters on visual style. The balance of control and chaos in analog versus digital execution. Sensory engagement and process rituals. The haptic dimension, understanding style through touch and movement. Process journaling, documenting how tools change your state of mind. Rituals in art making, warm-up gestures, workspace curation, and flow state techniques, practical assignments and exercises. Medium deep dive. Select one medium you've never used and create a mini-series of expressive works in it. Record your experience and stylistic shifts. Technique archive. Create a physical or digital library of every mark-making technique you've tried, including pressure, sensitivity, textures, layering, and tools. Material meaning. Project. Choose a material with personal or cultural significance and create a work that reflects its metaphorical power. Blind medium test. Create the same image using 3 different mediums, e.g. charcoal, digital ink, watercolor, and analyze how each changes your expression. Hybrid technique challenge. Combine at least 2 mediums and techniques you've never used together before, pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone. Learning outcomes. By the end of this module, you will understand the role of medium and material in the shaping of personal style. Recognize how certain techniques become part of a recognizable visual language. Develop greater dexterity, confidence, and playfulness across multiple mediums. Reflect on how their medium choices connect to emotional and cultural meaning. Gain clarity about which mediums feel most authentic to their stylistic voice. Learn how to intentionally use technique as a tool of expression rather than habit. Impact beyond the studio. Enables consistent branding and identity across projects and commissions. Encourages ethical and symbolic material use in portfolio pieces. Builds a coherent aesthetic for artists transitioning into digital platforms or installations. Facilitates more thoughtful art education and mentorship by emphasizing process over product. Builds resilience through technical diversity, reducing creative stagnation or over-reliance on trends.